I've also initiated a formal investigation into reports made by individuals against the senior officer. And at this time, there is nothing more I'm able to say with regards to these matters, other than the necessary support is being afforded to all persons and that the investigations are progressing.
With 3 days left to complete her tenure, Police Commissioner Cressida Descartes-Pellius has announced a probe into allegations of sexual misconduct by a high-ranking police officer. The allegations surfaced last year and have prompted calls for an investigation from various organizations, including the Police Welfare Association, the Caribbean Federation of Police Welfare Associations, and the opposition United Workers' Party. The commissioner was measured with her words when she announced the probe during a press conference on Wednesday, flanked by other top members of the Royal St. Lucia Police Force.
I've had the distinct honor of being our country's first female leader on the principal law enforcement agency, the first female officer as a commissioner of police of the Royal St. Lucia Police Force. And I'm deeply saddened that my tenure has been marred by these serious allegations. However, as promised, and I've said before, I remain resolute in bringing redress to impacted individuals in these matters.
During a press conference in January, the commissioner announced that the RSLPF was awaiting the completion of a sexual harassment policy to properly address the sexual harassment claims. This policy document, which will govern the conduct of all officers and establish proper official protocols for dealing with such matters in the organization, is now complete.
This policy document is currently being reviewed by stakeholders, including the Police Welfare Association, or the members of my executive, the Ministry of Home Affairs, and other individuals.
The police commissioner was asked whether there was any truth to reports circulating that the senior police officer in question had been taken in for questioning.
This is still in connection with the investigation. And I've said at this moment, I know, but I understand that too, and I appreciate that too. But I'm happy today that I'm here and I've told you that we're making some progress.
The commissioner could not provide further details on the investigation, including whether law enforcement officers from outside St. Lucia would be conducting it. However, she reiterated her zero-tolerance stance on sexual misconduct.
As it relates to you asking why it's now, there is no set time. It depends on the procedure. Remember, last year, that was when it was brought to the fore. When I came back, I said right here that I'm going to look into it. But you cannot just jump into such investigations. You need to take time to make sure the process is properly done. And having returned here, I sat and I had meetings with my senior officers and I had workshops with females and males in the organization to understand the seriousness of this allegation. I then started and looked into a sexual harassment policy to assure that persons will have the confidence that when allegations are made, they will be redressed for both parties. At this time now, we are looking, there's an investigation. There's no such thing as which time and what time. The important thing is, this matter, there's no statutory limitation and you can investigate at any time.
The police commissioner also disclosed that the sexual harassment policy is also being reviewed to be used for all protective services in the country. For the DBS News World, I am Zain Romulus.